Question 10 is about polynomial, one of the hot topic in DSC. And then we are going to apply something like remainder theorem, factor theorem, basically just remainder theorem is good enough. And then there is a function like this, and then they tell us some information, and then we are going to translate it into equation just like usual. It's given that when this function divided by x plus 2, it is a factor, that means the remainder is 0. So I write it down. Given when fx is divided by a divisor x plus 2, then the remainder in that case will equal to 0. That means no remainder, that means factor. But how can we continue? It's about this part. The remainder, we learn a shortcut method to find out the remainder. We can find out the remainder directly by using remainder theorem. It is f, and then we put a suitable x inside to make our divisor become 0. So in your brain, what plus 2 give you 0 is -2. The remainder theorem tell you that when you replace x by -2, the result is a remainder. This is what remainder theorem. Maybe at this moment you don't understand how the remainder work, but at least you remember you can get remainder by substituting the suitable values. So very careful to handle this substitution because it's a little bit too long. You don't need to expand it here, because if you substitute some values, then you may find some like terms and then make the calculation simpler. So something, and then 2 times something plus 1, 3 times something plus 5, and then plus p times something, and then plus q. We are going to replace all x by -2, because -2 make the divisor become 0. So smart person know its limit, and then we don't skip step. Handle every part very carefully. 2 times -2 give us -4 plus 1, -3. -6 plus 5 is -1, -2p plus q equal to 0. Don't make any careless mistake here. And then, so this is 6 times -1, -6. Lots of you know how can solve it writing down this equation, but many of you make careless mistake when you substitute the value and then make it become -6. Or some of you expand the bracket first. It's totally unnecessary. You find that if you substitute the values, you can make a combo several terms here become one single number and make the calculation easier. So -2p plus q is equal to 6. I just tidy up to the standardized form. Of course, we can't solve it by one equation here because there are two unknowns, and they tell you another similar sentence. So they will give you another equations, and then you are going to combine two equations together to get a unique solution. So we finish the first part, and then we use the second sentence. Given when fx this time divided by x minus 2, then there will be a remainder. The remainder in this case is equal to a minus 2q. So the same, we are going to use the remainder theorem. Is f again suitable x to make the divisor become 0? What -2 give you 0? Is +2. So this time, that means they tell you f2 is equal to 8 minus 2q. I write this one down is for you for the explanation only. In your DSC exam or view exam, you may just directly write down f2 is equal to this. At the same time, f -2 is equal to 0. You may directly write that down. So something, 2 something plus 1, and then 3 something plus 5, and then plus p times something plus q equal to 8 minus 2q. This time we replace x by positive 2. So this is 2, 4 plus 1, 5, 6 plus 5, 11, 2p plus q, 8 minus 2q. So 110 plus 2p. No rush, make your hand busier than your brain. Don't give extra workload to your brain. So 2p plus q, we want to group all unknown together. 2q and then 8 minus 110. 2p and then plus 3q is equal to negative 102. Just like what I predict, the first sentence simplify, give us some expression like this. Second sentence simplify, give us some explanation, result like this, expression like this. Now we are going to solve the simultaneous equation. Negative 2p plus q equals 6. At the same time, 2p plus 3q equal to negative 102. In section A2, you may directly use your calculator to get the number. Or you may find out this one are the similar thing. So in your brain, negative 2p and 2p, how can you make it become 0? Of course, you are going to add them together. You predicted that this will disappear. This plus this, 0, no need to write. Q plus 3q is equal to 6. I make a careless mistake. This one is 6 and then times negative 1. Oh, wait, this is 6, so it is negative 96. 4q is equal to negative 96, and then q is equal to negative 24. So after that, by any equations here, you can solve it. Since negative 2p plus q is equal to 6, we already know that. So negative 2p minus 24 is equal to 6. Negative 2p is equal to 30. P is equal to negative 15. We solved A already.